Yo, what's good everybody? Hope you guys are having a great mother trucking day. This is Lost Geo tuning in to my channel. We're going on a little trip. So if any of you guys have paid attention to my past videos, I'll put a link up here or up here, wherever you feel like looking. We're going to our first trip to Asia, I think. I don't want to sound uncultured, but I'm definitely uncultured. We're going to Thailand, guys. Thai mother trucking land. This looks like a lot. Look at this. But I actually went to go exchange some monies. So this is makes me feel rich. Look at this. Makes me feel rich. But it's really not too much. We're going out there to do some adventuring with my best friends, and more than anything, go eat some food and show you guys what it's like going to Thailand. This video is actually going to be a little bit of how to prepare to actually go to Thailand. So this is my first time ever going to Thailand. I actually don't know what to bring, but you know, let's be in this predicament together. So with that being said, let's get into it. So from what I've experienced, well, not even I experienced, I've actually never been there. This video is done before we go. I've been told that the weather is very similar to the weather in El Salvador. So we're gonna be expecting humidity, we're gonna be expecting rain, we're gonna be expecting mosquitoes, bugs, and obviously a vast variety of just biodiversity. Super excited for that. So number one, guys, get up to date with your vaccines. Believe it or not, there are a lot of very harmful illnesses that can and are located in tropical areas due to the population, due to maybe the cleanliness type thing. And again, like I mentioned, just like the climate, based on the region that you're going of Thailand, you should definitely consider getting some kind of vaccine for tetanus, typhoid, diphtheria, hepatitis A, B, rabies, Japanese encephalitis, malaria, and dengue fever. But yeah, so I got my typhoid fever or my typhoid vaccine, so I'm basically up to date with the vaccines that I needed. And the good part is that's actually one of the vaccines that they recommended also when you go to El Salvador. So that was cool. The next one is avoid drinking tap water. I know it sounds very basic, but believe it or not, it will save you a headache of going or having, like in Spanish, we call it malestar en el estómago. That's like having an unsettled stomach. And if you know, you know. I recommend, due to experience that I've had in Salvador, hint, hint, I recommend only drinking water from bottled water bottles. That is bottom line. So the next one goes down to in case, and again, I'm going with assuming I'm going to be in Salvador, some of the things that I wish when I got sick in Salvador that I had was some anti-diuretic pills. So this is for, again, in case, you know, you eat something that doesn't necessarily sit well in your stomach, because it is possible so better be prepared. Bring some anti-diarrhea pills. The ones that I got, let me see if I could. They're called, oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Azithromycin. Have those just in case you need it. You know, I'd rather be prepared than not prepared, because it can definitely ruin your trip. Another thing is, you know, I did mention that it is very tropical, very humid weather out there in Thailand, depending on the time that you are going. The current timeline that I'm going is gonna be towards the end of the year, so like November, December time area. There's a lot of mosquitoes, a lot of bugs, a lot of critters, a lot of everything. So, you know, what do? You get some insect repellent. You can either purchase that here, you can purchase that over there. I'm not entirely sure what the travel policy is with that. Definitely review your airline's information for that. So definitely have that in your back pocket, because if you're not used to getting bit, like I'm pretty used to getting bit in Salvador, I would get wrecked all the time to the point where I just stopped feeling my leg. If you know, you know. The next thing is have some sunblock. I live in Cali. The sun hits pretty intensely here. California, the weather here, it's dry heat for the most part. When in Thailand, it is humid heat. So it's gonna feel a lot more intense. And if you didn't know, water actually intensifies UV rays, so sweating, it'll feel like you're getting burnt more than you really are. The next thing that's really important is definitely know your locations for where your embassies are located, US embassies. You lose your passport or someone steals your passport, you want to be able to get home. Another thing that's really just based on my experience in going to like Barbados, well, not really Barbados, more so Europe, when I went to Italy last year, I would definitely recommend you learning a couple of the phrases. I kind of know a couple from like Muay Thai. Swadika is like hello, and then Kankukat is thank you. No, like, you know, baht is their currency, but it's also a unit of measurement. Some other Thai phrases that could potentially help is know that chai means yes, mai means no, how rai is how much, sabadima is how are you, mai penai is no problem. I think I pronounced them wrong. Please don't butcher me if I did. I don't mean to disrespect anyone. Along with that, respect the culture. Know and understand that, you know, you are in a different country, different rules apply, and, you know, be respectful to everyone. You know, treat people the way you want to be treated. And, you know, we're coming as foreigners, so, you know, do your due diligence, and, you know, try to learn the culture before you arrive to the country. I think that's very important, because, you know, at least coming from experience from, you know, being Salvadorian and people coming to El Salvador, they just expect you to comply to Western culture, and it shouldn't be like that. We are entering their country. We are the ones that need to respect and comply to their culture. So learn a little bit of Thai, learn a little bit, try to communicate in Thai, try to, you know, really embrace the culture, you know, visit temples and learn the history, not just because they look beautiful, but be there because you know, the culture is beautiful. Muay Thai, I've learned a lot from Muay Thai, and, you know, not only is it a really good self-defense practice, but it's also art. It's beautiful when you can like embrace movement and feel kind of like your energy moving. I don't know how to explain it. If you are in Muay Thai or you practice Muay Thai, you can kind of relate to what I'm saying. All right, another thing is bring cash. At the moment of making this video, the baht is currently evaluated like 31 baht for 1 USD. Sounds like a lot. It is a lot. So definitely recommend you do your exchange before you go to Thailand. I know that based on some videos that I've seen online, there are some locations at the Bangkok airport, or I think every airport, I think they're in the basement to do your currency exchanges. But I've heard that the currency exchange isn't as good as it would be here. So I've heard, please correct me if I'm wrong, bring cash. Cash is king out there. If you want to get deals, I love a good deal. So if you're into that, stay tuned, because I'm trying to go on a mini shopping spree with my boys. We're gonna see how much I can get with my skills and see whether or not it's translatable to other countries. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited to see what's that. But like I mentioned earlier, cash is king. If you do have to use a card, just know that that's not like the primary method. You know where you are. You know, big hotels probably they're gonna have card, but if you want to enjoy like the small shops, the small street markets, stuff like that, cash is king. So learn to budget. Due to the discrepancy in how much things cost, it could, you know, you might just end up overspending very quickly. I am approximately bringing about 1,000 USD. Feels like a lot. It's literally a stack. I definitely think, you know, learn to budget. So I'm budgeting about like $100, $200 a day, or maybe less, about like $100 a day, which is a little excessive for the day. I think you can get by with like 20, 60 bucks, but I'm trying to purchase. I'm going on a little shopping spree, purchase stuff for my family, my friends, and just want to make sure I have enough funds. Be abundant. That's more than anything. That's more than what I'm trying to get at. Just be abundant with me, my friends. You know, they need cash. I got them. Don't put your money all in one spot. If you know, you know. You know, for some odd reason, robbery does happen. You don't want to get caught with nothing left. So stash your money in different places. Stash your money, like, don't just have it in one spot. Maybe in a later video, I'll show you guys where you guys could stash your money, but I'll do that once I return from Thailand. So the next thing is respect the animals. Respect the animals. By respect, I mean, know that, unfortunately, animal cruelty does exist, and due to tourism, it's exploited a lot in Thailand, and I don't support animal cruelty, so don't go ride elephants, go to sanctuaries and help support these organizations that are trying to help animals. Don't feed monkeys because they will steal your stuff, and I've seen it several times in like every video that I've seen. Just avoid them at all costs. They'll steal your stuff. You don't want to have your stuff stolen. So respect their gender diverse choices. So you've probably heard several people, vloggers maybe, talk about like the ladyboy trend thing that happens primarily over there. Respect it, that's their choice, and it's not taboo out there. Stop bringing your Western ideologies to a country that is not Western. So be respectful, accept all, and just be friendly. Be aware that scams exist. I know something big actually that I learned while traveling in Europe, that perhaps this can help someone that is currently traveling. But whenever you're in a taxi, make sure that their meter is on. Do not get in a taxi and the meter is not on, because I got hustled in Italy for 50 euro, which is absolutely crazy for like a 10-minute drive, which is crazy. And only because I just wasn't aware of this, that it was like an actual thing. Traveling around Thailand, there's several ways of moving around. One, boats. I guess if you're on the outsides of the city trying to get to like Phuket or something, or like travel to the southwestern side. I think that's like the Krabi area. I'm not entirely sure what that southern eastern side. For the most part, there's this app called Grab, and I'll kind of put a logo right here. And this is kind of like the Uber equivalent of Thailand. So they're in major cities, and they're usually sometimes cheaper than conventional taxis, but taxis tend to be, predominant, I would assume. Again, I haven't been there. Another thing, tuk-tuks. So if you haven't heard of these, they're like the quintessential transportation method of Thailand. They have them in Salvador too. They're like little motors. In Salvador, they're called the moto taxi. They're like bike with like extra seats in the back, so it's like a tricycle. I probably would not recommend you drive because there is an insane amount of traffic, and if you remember from my vlog in Italy, driving in Rome was absolutely atrocious and I hated it. Actually, one of the things that I strongly despise. Traffic. So learn from my mistake and just take public transportation, or get yourself a Grab. The next thing is purchase some travel insurance, and the bonus is to actually purchase a SIM card. For those of you guys who have like modern day phones, you guys can purchase they're called eSIMs. Hopefully one day they sponsor me. I currently have had some experience utilizing, it's called Orange Travel, and I used them for when I was in Italy, and I really enjoyed the service. They do charge, I would say, a slight premium for, I guess, what you're going there for, which is very small amount of times, I guess, compared to like actually having a plan. What I did this time in Salvador is actually purchased an actual SIM card, and way cheaper. I think I paid like $5, put it into my phone, and now I had a phone with internet for like $20 in total, which was really good. But my friends, they recommended me another app called Olafly, in which you can purchase an eSIM online and then activate it as soon as you arrive in the airport, and now you have internet. With that being said, that is currently what my before I go to Thailand, without even going to Thailand, list is so far. I feel like, this is my first time going to Thailand, but I don't think it's gonna be my last time going to Thailand. I definitely want to do a fight camp out there or something, something. But I'm super excited to show you guys what we're gonna be up to out there. It's gonna be a lot of fun with my best friend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very entertaining for you guys. I am ready. That flight's gonna be brutal, but regardless of everything, we are super thankful. Before I finish, I want to read out of my Faith in a Jar that my friend Bella got me for my birthday a couple years ago, and today we're going red because red's my favorite color. All right, so this phrase is for, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. God has a plan. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning into this week's video. Sorry, well, not even sorry, but yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't able to post for like 2-3 weeks, just super busy, but I'm really glad to be back, to be honest. I'm super excited, if you guys haven't noticed with my smile. But yeah, super excited for this trip, super excited to be posting again. And yeah, drop a like and comment and subscribe to my video because I post every single week. Hopefully next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. And remember, never freaking stop. I'll catch you guys next time.